Welcome, everyone. We have no sound system downstairs tonight, but they said, I can't figure that out. It is streaming. They'll come and tell us. At any rate, I'm so happy to be here with you. Hi, good to see you. Everybody's been here before that I can see, maybe many times. So good. Welcome. So you know what we'll be doing. So let's start with setting our motivation for being here tonight. And take a deeper look into your, what does Alan Wallace call that? Your deepest heart's wish. Oh, I still need it? Okay. Thanks, Linda. I was trying to get rid of it. Okay. So we're starting with checking our motivation, looking at our deepest heart's wish. So we'll take a moment of silence for that. Another way to think of it is why you have come here, why you practice the Dharma. In this life, I know that we often have a sense of dis-ease. It's an interesting word, disease, but if you think of it, dis-ease, lack of ease. It's quite difficult, it seems, to find peace consistently, to avoid anxiety, frustration, confusion. And I notice for myself, I have this sense, and I've had it a long time. I was thinking about it today, contemplating a sense of something's missing in this life. Even as a child, watching what all the grown-ups around me were doing, and some of them were very kind, very smart, some not so kind, seeming to be very confused. But I always had a sense something's missing here. Something's not making sense. Maybe a sense of a very important piece of living. So when we come to the Dharma, we can come upon such questions as that. And I've noticed it's sometimes asked, do I experience reality as it truly is? Do I even know what it is? What keeps me from experiencing it directly? And a sense of dis-ease due to that gap. Reality as it is, and my, I would say, stultified experience, confused experience. So we also learn in the Dharma that the true nature of mind is fully awake, fully aware at all times. It's clear, wise, with unbounded compassion. Compassion that doesn't experience fatigue, frustration. And this is our true basic nature. Fully awake, constantly aware, with no stress, no effort, clarity, wisdom, and unbounded, unprejudiced compassion for all beings. So until we become fully in touch with this true basic nature, we suffer. And we cause suffering for those around us. You know, it's quite a balanced view. On the one hand, we have this suffering, confusion, disease. On the other hand, we have this amazing capacity. Think of that word unbounded. There are other words, unfettered, unlimited. Imagine having a bodhicitta, a loving kindness, a patience that is effortless. A wisdom that would always know what to do, what to say. This is where we're going. Going's funny, because we're not going to go anywhere, but this is the capacity of the mind that we are uncovering. So when we take those two pieces of the, what do you call that, the balance, the two hands of the two ditches, the two sides, sorry. On the one hand, this unbounded, compassionate wisdom, and on the other hand, this intense suffering. Sometimes it's kind of light suffering, but I'm discovering that's only because I don't look close enough. When I look close, it's intense. So to work our way to this full uncovering of our true nature, fully living every moment within it, it seems like we will need quite a bit of support and help. And that is why we start each session, and hopefully you do also at home, with relying upon that which is reliable, relying upon that which never betrays, does not disappear, does not change its mind, does not like you one day and and then leave you the next day. And that is the triple gem, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. We also recognize our teachers as manifestations of that, because in fact they are. No teachers, no Dharma. I could have never found the Dharma without my teachers. There's no doubt about that. Even if I found it in a book, my understanding would be so shallow without them. And then the bodhicitta is realizing the equanimity. I am just like everyone else. I am just like every other sentient being, from the smallest ant to the hugest mammal, the most rich, quote, happy human being. We are very much alike, also the most cruel human being. And where we are alike is that we deeply want to be happy, and we deeply do not want suffering. Where we differ is how we go about achieving that. So to gain this awareness, compassion, wisdom, let's do our refuge and bodhicitta prayer together, and then we'll do our calm abiding with a little touch on the insight practice tonight. Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness. Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering, establish them in lasting peace and happiness. Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness. So when we practice calm abiding, we do that because it's the key to everything I just talked about, the key to what our teachers talk about. To realize the truth, to realize reality as it is, to realize our true awakened nature, we have to calm down hugely. The world seems to be moving faster and faster, more complex, more anxiety, sense of overwhelm for many of us. So this calm abiding, which is cultivating the skill to place one's mind where you want to place it and leave it there. And distractions arise, then we see them. Then we let them go by. Generally, we tend to entertain them, get tangled up, ask questions about them, analyze them. But this letting it go by is a key to developing the insight practice, the latang, the vipassana. That is seeing the nature of the mind. We cannot see the nature of the mind if our mind is very, very busy. It's just like when let's say we're at a gathering of good friends. We often cannot even see what's going on because there's so many conversations, so many vibrations going through. But when we calm ourselves, we can often find just the right thing to say, or the person to go to help out in that gathering. So this calmness is so key. I just want to read one quote and then we will sit in silence. I'll do 1 or 2 break times for moving around, but please make yourself comfortable. Please make yourself stable in the body and relaxed. This quote comes from Patrul Rinpoche, one of the most respected Tibetan teachers by all the Tibetan lineages. It comes from his book called Words of My Perfect Teacher. He says, when you practice the Dharma, rely on the inexhaustible wealth of being content with whatever comes. Think about that. The inexhaustible wealth. It will never run out if we are content with whatever comes, then we're always content. So apply this during this calm abiding. Whatever shows up, totally content with it. Let it go by of its own nature. It will go by. And as they say in the songs, it will be like a bird in the sky, leaving no trace after it's gone. That's how your thoughts are. All thoughts are like that if we let them go. So enjoy your meditation. Check if your mind is content. Was it trapped? No judgment. Was it stuck somewhere? Just see that. of a stretch if you need. Check in on where your concentration was. Make no judgment. Just see. this virtue may I quickly realize Mahamudra and establish all beings without exception in this state. Tejuche. Thank you. Okay. Is there anyone here who does not know about our celebration October 21st? Raise your hand. Okay, good. So any other announcements? I'm looking at Linda just to see.
Bill's class on rediscovering Chenrezig.
Do you know?
After.
The week after that, so it'd be the 28th?
Yeah.
Okay. Bill Spangle, I'm saying this for the streamers too. And welcome, streamers. Will be leading a class on, what do you call it? Rediscovering Chenrezig. All day, Saturday, October 28th. So be there. I plan to be there and rediscover Chenrezig over and over. Any other announcements? Okay, we can have tea and come back in about 10 minutes. Maybe 15, and we'll have Q&A. So if you can stay, please do. That helps others. Stay to help others understand the Dharma.